video. Let them spend $100 on street food here in Myanmar. If you look at a map of Southeast Asia, you'll find Vietnam and Thailand here, two iconic food countries. But right next door is Myanmar, a nation too often defined by conflict and uncertainty. And because of that, most outsiders will never get a chance to experience the food here.
There are a lot of fun treats like this in Southeast Asia made with rice flour batter, but I've never seen a pancake of this magnitude.
But today, that changes. So far, this is an impressive amount of protein for street food. Right now, I'm in the old capital, Yangon, a city of 6 million people with an incredible food culture. This is essentially Burmese food by the foot. Time to find out what separates Burmese food from the rest of Southeast Asia. Let's move. This morning, I'm starting with what is potentially the most dangerous food of the day. I'm talking sidewalk seafood. Do you see any refrigerators? Neither do I. Here, I'm going to be eating a seafood salad that comes from the Rakhine region of Myanmar, a place known for being extremely spicy. So I have two things to contend with today: seafood and spice. Anytime you're eating seafood on the sidewalk, you're taking your life into your own hands. Most will avoid it, but I say those people don't know how to live, and they definitely don't know how to die. Let's go eat. Today we're going to be starting with a seafood salad. It has a ton of ingredients. Let's just get into it. It all starts with this bowl, which currently contains onions. From here, she takes some squid and starts cutting it with scissors. From here, she searches for her next seafood victim. All this has just recently been boiled and been put in trays that are covered with ice, like you see here. She's just cut in now some pieces of octopus with nice long tentacles. This is the whole kitchen. From here to here, it is some tight quarters, but she makes it work. Now we have smaller squids. From here, these are snails that have already been removed from the shell. She grabs a bunch of them and gives them a bit of a squeeze. Our next ingredient right here, can you guess, folks? That is jellyfish. The jellyfish is also cut up into tiny little pieces. This is another type of snail. So far, this is an impressive amount of protein for street food. Right here we have some shrimp salt. Ooh, this one is a fermented stinky fish sauce full of chilies, garlic, and lots of fish parts too. That is gonna bring us a lot of flavor. Then here we have tamarind. Next, MSG, another type of fish sauce, a little bit of pepper, a lot of pepper. And then she squeezes some lime on top. Right here we've got some coriander. Right here we have the local paparazzi. The lime leaf gets scissored in next. Right here we've got some prawns. Now she gives it a little bit of a mix, bringing all those flavors together. At last, it is time to put the salad on the plate. Couple limes for garnish. On the side, some cucumber for decoration, not for consumption. And that is how you make a street side seafood salad. Boom! Welcome to our first meal in our Burmese $100 street food challenge. Right here we have seafood, and right here we have feet food. It's a chicken foot salad. When you come to a country like Myanmar, it'll make you completely question what even a salad is. But I advise to not think too hard about it. In a moment, I'm gonna reveal the price of these two salads. The price is gonna shock you. But first, seafood. I love the array of seafood you will find in here. There is so much to experience, from squid and octopus to snail, shrimp, and even jellyfish. Let's give it a shot. When it comes to the jellyfish, it has absolutely no flavor. It's all about the texture. But here, she's put so many spices and seasonings on top of the salad that it's soaked every crevice of that jellyfish. So immediately I'm getting hits of citrus and fish sauce and some heat. The jellyfish itself, it's very crunchy. Here we got some nice suction cups. This is incredible. It is bright. It is flavorful. It is the opposite of bland. Before moving on to our chicken feet, I want to find one more, a green snail. Pleasant. More or less all the seafoods taste the same, but it's all about the texture. The jellyfish is crunchy, the squid is chewy, and then that snail is also chewy, but in a little bit different way. Sorry, I couldn't think of a third word. Over here, we have the chicken feet. The chicken feet are not really in foot shape. They have cut off each chicken toe. Here's the hard part. Which one is the middle finger? That's what I want to eat. There it is. The chicken from the grave telling me to go myself. If you're like with a very talented eater, they will put this in their mouth and then they'll spit out bones like a cartoon. How'd I do? Not bad. This is a very chewy street food, something meant to gnaw on, probably with a big tall beer. Let's talk about the price. Here in Myanmar, there are two different exchange rates. kind of crazy. For example, our seafood dish in the local currency costs 18,000 kyat. Now, if you type that into Google, it'll say it's about $8.50. But there's another exchange system here. The way people exchange money here is through the black market. And the black market has way better rates than the white market. What's the other market? What's the opposite of black market? In fact, if you exchange your USD on the black market, you can get about twice as much value. That said, today, in order to be consistent, we're going to be using Google, but just keep in mind that what we're spending, it could be a lot less if we used the black market exchange. So this right here is about $8.50, and this here about $1.66. A very solid start on our journey to get to $100. Let's keep moving.
We've just arrived at our second location. Here they're making two distinctive types of pancakes, cooked in two completely different ways. One in a clay pot and one in this steel skillet. It all starts with the batter, quickly poured into this red-hot steel skillet. This brown batter is a combination of rice flour and palm sugar. The palm sugar is what makes it brown. Next, the toppings follow. First, some almonds, then a few strips of coconut.
Here's the best part. Not only is this going to cook from the bottom, but it also cooks from the top. Amazing.
After a few minutes, she removes the charcoal, revealing a fully cooked pancake. She hits the top with a bit of oil and gives it a flip.
Oh, sure, it's got some color on the back.
One final flip, and we're about to try Myanmar's sweet street pancake. Here we have the final product, cradled in my hands like a fluffy stack of playing cards, and I get to touch them all. Do you want to know why? Because I just paid for this whole stack.
Ooh, it's like shuffling a deck of cards. Oh gosh, which pancake do I want today? I'm gonna go with this one. There we go.
Time to give it a shot. The taste is mildly sweet, but actually somewhat salty. The almond gives it a bit of a toasted flavor, and the coconut tastes especially like coconut. But for pancake too, there's a little bit of a twist. It starts with a rice flour batter, then she hits it with fresh coriander and some of what the locals call Indian beans. This time the batter is white because there's no palm sugar.
Time has passed, and take a look at this. The final result is baked and steamed at the same time. She removes it and puts it with its friend.
But she's not done yet. Finally, she tops it with a mix of crushed sesame seeds and salt.
Pancake number 2. Now these little guys are selling 4 for $1. Very affordable. This looks distinctly different from the first pancake. I feel like the first pancake is supposed to be more of a dessert experience, and this is a bit more savory. There are a lot of fun treats like this in Southeast Asia made with rice flour batter, but I've never seen a pancake of this magnitude. Let's give it a shot. It's so salty. I love the texture. It's a little bit chewy, almost doughy in fact. Obviously, the bottom is cooked a lot more than at the top. It's almost slightly gooey, and then the complete gradient in between. Meanwhile, on top, it's like you're being hit with herbs. You're eating it and you're like, is that coriander? But the flavor that stands out the most would definitely be those crushed sesame seeds. Now that is classic street food. On to the next one.
We have come to our next food location. Check this out. This is like a budget Korean street food cart done the Myanmar way. Let me explain. First of all, right here, they have a food that is iconic in Korea, although the shape in Korea is a little bit different than the one here. She's making one right now. Inside of this waffle iron, she puts some batter and then she fills it up. Here they have a variety of fillings. This right here is vanilla. In Korea, they're only gonna fill their fish with red bean. That's it. Why is it in the shape of a fish? No idea. But here, they're free to fill the fish with whatever they want. Let's give it a shot. Oh, I think you overfilled it a little bit. What's interesting is definitely this is an imitation of the Korean one, but it looks different. The Korean one looks like a freshwater fish. This looks like a whale. Let's give it a shot. That's legitimately delicious. Not only is it cheaper than what you get in Korea, if I'm honest, it's better. But the fun flavors don't stop there. They also have this. This is a much more local type of flavor. I'm talking about coconut. It's not a coconut cream, but some shredded coconut. Try some of those fish guts. Very nice. I'm impressed, but the Korean imitations don't stop there. My favorite part of this whole place is like Korea is kind of known for their ability to imitate. In the markets of Korea, you can find all kinds of knockoff Chanel and Louis Vuitton. Koreans, how does it feel now to be knocked off by someone else? Another iconic street food of Korea is the corn dog. They have elevated corn dogs to their highest potential. Here, they're doing something similar. This right here, I'm told, is a cheese corn dog, and this one, they said, is chicken balls. And I didn't even know chickens had balls. Oh wait, I did. Roosters. Rooster testicles? All right, you shake his head yes? I'm not so sure he knows what I'm saying, but let's see what happens. not testicles, but why was I so willing to eat it if it was? This is the type of chicken ball you would find in something like a hot pot. But instead here, they put it around batter, they fried it, and I gotta say the results, pretty good. Here, I'm told this is a cheese corn dog. It's a monster, first of all, it's huge. It weighs over a pound. I wanna break it in half and we can experience the surprise together. Oh, that's a wiener. Uh-oh, I haven't been this surprised since last time I went to Bangkok. Where did the cheese go?
Inside the sausage.
In the sausage? Oh, there it is. Isn't that so much more satisfying than just seeing me eat it and you having to take my word for it? Nobody wants that. Wow. It is a thick, processed cheese. But that said, that's better than a Johnsonville cheddar brat, but very different from a Korean cheese dog. That's gonna have a lot more stretchy mozzarella. So that is corn dogs done the Korean way, done the Burmese way. Let's keep moving. Right now we are in Leidan Market, and this is where Burmese people come to eat lunch. This place has, well, everything. It looks amazing. They have tons and tons of bowls, different options to choose from. In essence, this is a Burmese curry shop. You've got a huge container of rice in the back. Everything always starts with the rice. That is the foundation. But then from there, you can build on the flavors, choosing different curries, different sides, and by the end, customizing your own incredible meal. I feel like you could eat here 365 days in a row and each day have something new to experience. That said, I'm looking for more of a walking food, so let's keep moving.
Once lunch is over, Myanmar street food doesn't slow down, it just changes shape. And the next shape I found speaks directly to my formerly obese American soul. At first I was hoping these were giant onion rings, but it turns out no. These are in fact Burmese donuts. They call it a bracelet donut because it could fit around your whole wrist. Just take a look at that hole. And that is not a statement I often say. She drops a crispy donut ring into a plastic bag. Next up, her secret weapon, palm sugar syrup, drizzled over everything. Finally, she ties the bag shut.
This is a freshly glazed donut. I can say that palm sugar, it doesn't do a great job of adhering to the actual donut. It's kind of all over the place. Cheers. It's all crunchy.
This was no ordinary donut. You see, typical donuts are made with wheat flour, and they have an even, doughy, bready consistency all the way through. But this here was made with rice flour. So on the outside, you get an extreme crunch, but on the inside, it's chewy like mochi. American donuts have nothing on this. Sure, Dunkin' might have donuts that can melt on your tongue, but that's only when they're fresh. Who even knows when this lady made these things? These could be from last week. But my mouth and my brain cannot tell the difference. They look like they were fried this morning, and still, after hours in the tropical heat, they still have a beautiful crispiness.
We have come to our next street food location. Here they're serving fun fried fritters, Myanmar style. Fritters of 5 different varieties, all made from completely different things. Let's start with the first one. It should look familiar. It's an ingredient in everyone's grocery store. That is a corn fritter. It is just simply corn batter and that's it. Let's give it a show.
This corn fritter is proof that deep frying almost anything will make it delicious. And that's exactly why I hesitate to buy a deep fryer for my home. It wouldn't be long until I was deep frying everything.
So this currently is unseasoned, so all the flavor is coming from the corn. This isn't like Minnesota sweet corn. Around the world, there's another type of corn. A corn that's more rubbery and I would say starchy. But that said, this still tastes delicious. And crunchy too. So this is fried food 105. Let's check out the other ones.
Here we're about to get a behind-the-curtain look at one of her recipes. This is the onion fritter. In a bowl, the onion is mixed with batter, and in her hand is the ultimate tool, a jagged piece of steel. This is the perfect hand spatula that the chef made herself. Our chef shapes that onion batter mixture on that thin metal plate, plunges it into one clump, then is dropped into hot oil, and she quickly moves on to the next one. While this fries up, I'm gonna try some of her other offerings over here. A darker fritter made from beans and batter.
Yeah, red beans. Incredibly oily. Interesting.
Kind of like seasoned fried green beans on the inside. Meanwhile, the outside is slightly crispy.
That is a fried food like I've never had before. I have mixed feelings. Right next to the beans, we have another bean. This is made with what the locals call Indian beans. Wow, to me that looks kind of like falafel. Kind of it is.
It's seasoned, but honestly, it's somewhat bland, just like a falafel. At last, after a cool 7 minutes, the chef rotates the onion fritters. In a couple more minutes, they're ready. After frying, they're placed in a big wicker basket to drain out the oil. You can see the oil collecting beneath, and trust me, that oil will not be wasted. It will be given new life.
If it's time to try one of these onion fritters, come take a look. It kind of looks like a miniature bloomin' onion, which I am a big fan of. A moment ago, I tried her bean fritters. I thought they were okay, but honestly, they were missing one crucial component. This right here, this is a sauce, a combination of tamarind, palm sugar, and some chilies in there too for heat. First, I want to try with just the onion alone. That's really nice.
It is better than onion ring. In a thick onion ring, the onion inside is soft and too moist. Here she's using shredded onion, so it's soft inside, moist but not wet. More surface area means more crunch. But now it's time to add the sauce.
Bingo. Sweet, tart, and spicy tamarind sauce pairs perfectly with that heavy oil. That is delicious. Right here we just come to another snack stall. And by stall, I mean a bunch of stools with bowls full of delicious food on top. Right here, there's a coconut cream dish. This is kind of a banana bread or a cake. This is a coconut cake. Right here, we have a rice flour batter with bean on the inside. But what I really want to show you is this right here. This looks like little leathery rolls, and in fact, it is a type of fruit leather. This is essentially Burmese fruit by the foot. This is made from boiled and dehydrated mango. I've never seen something like this before. If you love watching cooking shows, eventually you're going to see some snooty culinary PhD mastermind make a fruit leather, or you can just come to the streets of Yangon. Let's give it a shot. It's so good. It really tastes like a classy, non-toxic organic version of fruit by the foot. It also, of course, tastes like dehydrated or dried mango. It's so satisfying. It's sugary, it's chewy. This is a great find.
Moments ago, we saw Myanmar's take on Korean food.
That's legitimately delicious.
Well, now it's India's turn. This here is a samosa salad, and it's nothing like you'll find in India. You see, in Myanmar, you can't just eat something. You have to turn it into a salad.
Let's start by talking about the ingredients. Right here we have a pile of already fried samosa. Here, tons of seasoning. And then right here we have a steamy lentil soup. That's gonna go on top. We'll come back for that.
Time to bring it all together.
It all starts with a stainless steel plate dipped in some water. The plate comes over here, ready for assembly.
First, my man goes down and grabs some cabbage, tossing it on the plate. Then yellow peas go on top. Next, he scissors some potatoes that are boiled in turmeric. The best part is that customers can sit right here, eat, and watch the food making action all at the same time.
He takes a break to serve another customer. I wait patiently. I mean, impatiently.
Then we're back. A chickpea fritter gets the scissor treatment and lands on the plate. Finally, the star of the show, the samosa. Then he scissors some cilantro onto the plate. Now comes the flavor. Sweet tamarind sauce, salt, more salt, MSG, some Myanmar masala, and chili powder. Then the final crucial step, a little soup gets a stir, and of course, straight over the top.
Right here we have our next meal coming in at $1.20. Very affordable, and I'm starting to feel like at this point we may not make it all the way to $100, but maybe at least $90, $80, somewhere in that range. Very confident. It's always interesting to see how some countries do other countries' food. We are a good ways away from India. Yes, Myanmar and India, they share a border, but it's not that close to where I am right now. So this is Burmese Indian food. It has elements that feel familiar, but it's something I've never seen before. Now, usually you're going to be eating a big old crunchy samosa. Here, he's cut it into little bitty bits. Right here is the samosa. This is what I'm used to. Let's give it a shot. Flaky, greasy, decent. But that right there is just our base. So what happens when you cut up a samosa into little bitty pieces and mix it with all these other ingredients? Let's find out. I'm so fascinated right now. The coriander comes through immediately. Very fresh. Tons of spices. The lentil soup tastes lentily. And beyond that, it's all just very, very heavy. What's fun is, when I look at this guy, I think, that guy's not from India. That's for sure. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have a little bit of India in his heart. On to the next food. At our next location, they're serving soup and salad, but it's a different soup and salad than you would find at your local diner. And that's because there is one protein option, and those are beef offals. The intestines, the guts, the insides of a cow. They can either go in the soup or on a salad. The choice is yours. I've made my way into the kitchen. Now, on this side, this lady is making salads. And this gentleman, he's making soup. Let's take a look at some of these ingredients. Right here, they have all of their beef parts that have already been braised. And then here we have the broth full of beef balls. No, not that kind of a beef ball.
Our bowl starts with some cut up beef stomach. Next, a bit of intestine goes in. Then, even more stomach. That's a lot of stomach to stomach. From the broth, he pulls out what I'm told is cow skin, looking grisly and unrefined. Meanwhile, that broth is steaming and ready. Next, he grabs another piece of intestine and cuts it down with the meat scissors. He drops in 2 beef balls. On the side, he adds some bok choy for greenery. Or maybe this came from the cow's intestines. No one knows for sure. Then a giant long radish gets cut straight into the bowl. A little coriander goes on top, and some seasoning. Finally, he gives the broth a big swirl and pours it over everything. And that is how you make Burmese beef gut soup.
It suddenly got very dark and everyone's running. We get a rain. Oh, that's not good. Everyone's panicking. Everyone's fleeing. Everyone is preparing for harsh weather. Chaos in the streets. That umbrella has seen better days. What do we do?
I don't know.
Wow, it just got way darker. Oh, the beef man is asking this restaurant if we can eat inside. Thank you. I think I'm inside a Chinese bar. I just bought this beer from them because they're letting us use their table. Everything a second ago just broke out in chaos. That said, I have the best of both worlds. Street food inside with the beer. Cheers. Burmese Heineken. I like it.
I don't know what it is about these strange beef cuts when you come to Southeast Asia, but folks here love them. It's something about the textures inside the bowl. Every bite has its own unique feeling. The flavors are all somewhat similar, swimming in a nice beefy broth with all these random meat cuts swimming inside. Time to give it a taste.
That right there is a hangover cure. I love it. That is definitely a little bit of intestine. This is the real test. It literally has the word test in the word. Intestine. This is to find out whether this is a super gamey mess or something that's got some game. It's got game. It's soft, it's squishy, but like every time you bite down on it, nothing happens. It just returns to its original form, and eventually you get bored and just swallow it.
Here, they've got big sections of stomach.
A very similar experience.
Everything is super savory and beefy with just a smattering of MSG on top.
At last, just like a bull, my bowl has 2 balls. Beef balls. Look at that squishy little beef ball. You know, we started the day earlier with a chicken ball, and now we've graduated to beef. Although, you know, what if it really was a beef ball? It's a bit on the small side. Oh, it's very nice. Seasoned and delicious. Oh, it's pouring outside now. We nailed that timing.
What I like about this soup is that it feels like a real meal. Today we had a lot of snacks, a lot of rich food, and a lot of fried food. But this is something that warms my heart and warms my stomach at the same time.
Now the goal today was to spend over $100, and I hate to ruin the surprise, but I don't think we made it there. I'll tell you soon how much we actually spent, but first I want to talk about the food costs in Myanmar.
Since the situation that took place here, specifically the military taking over the government, things have not been going well for the local people, especially when it comes to food prices. Even though what you saw today might seem cheap to you and me, food prices in this country have gone up by 20 to 30%. That's largely because trade has become harder. Sometimes because of what's happening inside Myanmar, and sometimes because of pressure at the borders with countries like Thailand and China. And as always, who suffers most? Poor folks. Folks with the least amount of resources. The people who already have the least amount of money to buy food. It sucks, but that's a reality on the ground in Myanmar right now. That said, have food prices surged enough to get us over $100? Well, no. After everything we ate today, we spent this much. Kind of remarkable, huh? Compared to what I'm used to spending across Southeast Asia, Myanmar wasn't just inexpensive, it was shockingly cheap. But today wasn't only about the money, it was also about the flavors. And if I had to choose my favorite food of the day, it would be a bracelet donut. Chewy, crunchy, delicious. I'll remember